You just deleted a bunch of photos. Maybe they were vacation snapshots, family memories, or just some funny memes you wanted to clear out. Videos. Perhaps a collection of home movies, clips from a concert, or even just some random recordings you made on the go. Or files, documents, PDFs, spreadsheets, the digital clutter that accumulates on our devices over time. From your phone, you tapped delete, watched the progress bar and breathed a sigh of relief. Gone, right? Vanished into the digital ether, freeing up precious storage space. But are they really? Is that data truly irretrievable? Or does a ghost of it still linger within your device? Every day we clear out messages, those fleeting conversations that fill our days, apps, the tools and toys that populate our screens, and files thinking we're wiping them away, banishing them from our digital lives, for good, permanently, irrevocably gone. It feels final, like shredding a document, a satisfying sense of closure. But what actually happens when you hit delete? What's the real story behind that tap? In our digital world, deletion isn't as simple as tossing something in the trash. It's not a physical act of disposal. Your phone holds everything from banking info, your financial life at your fingertips, to private photos, those personal moments you cherish. So, understanding what happens to deleted data is crucial. It's about protecting yourself in the digital age. The process behind that little trash can icon is more complex than you think. It's not magic, but it's close. Deleted files can linger in ways you might not expect. They might be recoverable even after you've emptied the trash. Today we'll break down how iPhones and Androids, the two dominant forces in the smartphone world, handle deletion, the nitty-gritty details of how your data is managed, why deleting is often just hiding, a digital sleight of hand, and what it means for your privacy. Because in the digital age, privacy is paramount. This isn't just for techies. If you own a smartphone, and let's face it, most of us do, you need to know this. This is essential knowledge for navigating the modern world. Let's dive into what really happens when you tap delete. What secrets lie beneath that simple action? The answer involves pointers, those invisible signposts that guide your phone's operating system. Unallocated space, the digital frontier where deleted data goes to roam, and a race against time. A constant battle between data and deletion. Ready? Let's start with the mechanics. Let's pull back the curtain and see how it all works. Here's where your data really goes. The journey of a deleted file, revealed. When you delete a file on your smartphone, tablet, or computer, you might think it's gone for good. You tap that delete button, maybe even empty the recycle bin or trash folder and assume the data has vanished into thin air. But the reality is a bit more complex than that. The process of deleting a file isn't as straightforward as permanently erasing it from existence. In fact, your phone doesn't actually erase the data immediately when you hit delete. The information remains physically present on your device's storage. Instead, it just removes the pointer, the digital breadcrumb trail, if you will. This pointer is what tells the system, your phone's operating system, where to find it within the vast, digital landscape of your device's storage. Imagine a library, a vast repository of information. Instead of burning a book, destroying it completely, the librarian simply removes its card from the catalog, the index that helps you locate the book. The book's still on the shelf, physically present and untouched, but no one knows it's there, because the catalog entry is gone. It's effectively hidden from plain sight. Both iOS and Android, the operating systems that power most smartphones, mark the space as available, freeing it up for new data. This means that new data can eventually overwrite it, taking its place on the storage medium. Only when new data actually takes that spot, physically overwriting the old data, is your old file truly and permanently gone. Until then, while it's waiting to be overwritten, the deleted data is still physically present on your phone's storage, just hidden from the operating system and standard file access methods. Most phones add a safety net, a temporary holding space, the recently deleted folder or trash bin. Deleted files sit there, in this digital limbo, for about 30 days, giving you a grace period, giving you a chance, a window of opportunity to restore them, to bring them back from the brink of deletion. You can manually empty the trash, permanently deleting the files, or wait 30 days, and then the file's address, its location within the file system, is removed, freeing up the space for new data. After that, the data waits to be overwritten, like a blank canvas ready for a new painting. Deletion, therefore, is a two-step process, a carefully orchestrated sequence of events. It begins with a move to a temporary folder, a holding area before the final goodbye, and it concludes with removal from the index, the digital catalog. The data itself lingers, remaining on the storage medium until it's replaced by something new. This is precisely why data recovery is possible, even after you've deleted a file, and it's also why encryption matters so much for protecting sensitive information. It's an efficient system, designed to optimize storage and performance, but it means deleted isn't always destroyed, at least not immediately. Let's take a closer look at how your phone's storage technology makes this possible, enabling this two-step deletion process. Here's what's happening under the hood, the inner workings of your smartphone storage system. Your phone uses flash memory, fast, silent, and with no moving parts. A file system organizes this memory, tracking where every file lives. iPhones use APFs, Androids use Ext4 or F2FS. These systems are built for flash storage. When you save a photo, the file system finds space, writes the data, and logs its location. Opening a file, the system looks up its address and retrieves it instantly. Deleting a file just erases its entry from the index. The data remains until it's overwritten. The map is updated, but the territory, your data, is untouched for now. This is why deleted files can be recovered. The file system forgets, but the memory doesn't. At least, not right away. That's the key to understanding digital deletion. Now let's bust the myth of gone forever. There's a common myth that many of us believe, a digital illusion we've come to accept as fact. It revolves around the simple act of hitting delete, that satisfying tap, that decisive click. We assume it's the end of the line for our digital baggage. We think that hitting delete means your data is gone forever, erased from existence, banished to the digital void, never to be seen again. But here's the truth, the reality behind the screen. Deleting a file doesn't mean it's gone immediately. As far as you're concerned, the file vanishes from view. It disappears from your gallery, your documents folder, wherever it resided. But technically, it lingers beneath the surface, like a ghost in the machine. It remains in unallocated space, the digital equivalent of a forgotten corner in your hard drive. So how long does it stay there? It depends on a few key factors, primarily how much new data you add to your device. The more you use it, the faster the old data gets overwritten. Heavy use overwrites it fast, constantly downloading, uploading, and creating new files. But light use, where your phone mostly sits idle, means it could stick around for weeks or even months just waiting to be rediscovered. This lingering presence creates the window for data recovery. A chance to bring back what you thought was lost. So, deletion is more like making something invisible, hiding it from plain sight. It's not destroying it at its core. The system just forgets where it put the data, like misplacing a book on a very large shelf. It doesn't scrub it away, it simply marks the space as available for something new. This has serious implications. If you're selling or giving away your phone, simple deletion isn't enough to protect your privacy. It leaves you vulnerable. Someone with the right tools and a little know-how could potentially recover your files, exposing your personal information. That's why understanding the nuances of deletion is vital for privacy in the digital age. If you want data truly gone, irretrievable, and permanently erased, you need more than the trash icon. You need specialized tools and techniques. Next, let's see how hackers and recovery tools exploit this vulnerability, and why encryption changes the game, adding a layer of security that makes recovery significantly harder. Let's dig deeper into the world of data recovery and permanent deletion. Here's what happens when someone tries to recover your deleted data, and what steps you can take to prevent it. Data recovery tools scan your phone's unallocated space, searching for file fragments. They look for patterns, like the start and end of a JPEG or PDF, and can piece together deleted files if they haven't been overwritten. Consumer software can recover lost photos. Forensic tools used by law enforcement can dig even deeper. On unencrypted devices, this process is straightforward. Raw data is readable and recoverable, but on modern encrypted phones, recovered data is scrambled. Useless without the decryption key. Encryption makes recovery nearly impossible for anyone without your passcode. That's why encryption is your strongest privacy shield. Let's see how it works. If deletion leaves data behind, what about a factory reset? On older phones, a reset just wiped the index, leaving data recoverable. Modern phones use encryption. A factory reset destroys the encryption keys, making all data permanently inaccessible. The data's still there, but it's unreadable, like locking it in a safe and melting the key. This is fast, secure, and the best way to wipe your phone before selling or recycling. Always factory reset your device before handing it off. It's far more secure than deleting files one by one. Encryption and factory reset together protect your privacy. Now let's break down why encryption is so powerful. Encryption transforms your data into unreadable code, locked by your passcode or biometrics. Modern phones use file-based encryption, securing different files with different keys. Your personal data stays locked until you unlock your phone. If someone tries to recover deleted files, they'll only get encrypted gibberish. Without your passcode, the data is useless. A strong, unique passcode is essential. It's the foundation of your phone's security. Encryption works silently in the background, protecting even deleted data. It's your best defense against prying eyes. Set a strong passcode and keep your phone updated. Now let's talk about going the extra mile for ultimate data security. Security experts recommend a factory reset before selling or recycling your phone. For extra assurance, delete sensitive files, empty the trash, then fill your storage with junk data, like recording a long video, before resetting. This overwrites lingering data, making recovery nearly impossible. For most people, a factory reset on an encrypted phone is enough. But if you handle sensitive info, this fill and reset method adds peace of mind. Always check your phone's encryption settings and use a strong passcode. Keep your device updated for the latest security patches. Proactive steps keep your data safe from start to finish. Understanding deleted data empowers you to control your digital privacy. Use a strong passcode and enable biometrics for extra security. Always factory reset your device before selling or recycling it. Don't forget about cloud backups. Delete files from the cloud too. Regularly review your apps and their permissions. Delete what you don't use. Stay curious about new privacy features and software updates. The basics of digital privacy don't change. Be intentional, be aware, and stay in control. Your digital life deserves protection. Keep learning, and stay engaged with your tech. The more you know, the safer you are. It's your data. Make sure you're in charge. Thanks for watching, and stay secure out there.